Episode 12, Condo Grayskull.
Episode 12, Condo Grayskull.
March 25th, 2014.
2014.
Cheers. Mike Davis, Mike McCarl, Joe Friedrich, Colin Zemer.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey.
Okay, so 12.
12.
We made it. We have to say that, right?
Yeah.
We did. All right.
Can you believe it?
I
Can you
can't believe it,
Man.
everyone. But let's.
Week after week.
I'm going to start this off a little different.
We
So,
amaze ourselves.
Let's start this
I'm
one off
amazed.
a little different.
our dear friend Bama asked us a question. We have 5 questions.
Holy
right?
shit.
Yeah, from a really dear listener, Daniel, Phil,
Yeah.
and Bama. So Bama
Yeah.
asked,
They pulled together last week.
if you had $1 million, could you blow it in one day, and what would you do?
So is this
Probably.
is this like
Absolutely. If this was a bet,
like Brewster's Millions? You remember that movie
Yes,
where he
you had to spend all the money. Very
spend
good
the money,
job.
and he couldn't
Mhm.
invest it because
Right.
if you get returns on your investment,
Right.
then you can't. Okay, all right, okay. Fair
so
enough.
could you do it? I mean, $1 million's easy, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think?
One day.
Yeah.
Who's blowing into the bottles?
So
Are we in the ocean
Yeah,
right
no.
now?
Jeez. Yeah.
Is there a tugboat going by?
I moved recently. We're so rich from Condo Grayskull.
What are all these,
Yes.
what are all these seagulls doing?
I
All
know,
our
right?
dividend
Jesus.
checks.
I'm right by the port.
I don't have any chips. All right, seagulls.
Right by the port. Condo Grayskull put you in the fucking poorhouse.
I'm in a
Foghorns and shit.
we are recording this in a shipment container.
Currently on our way to China.
Lauren had enough of
We're
the
all-
shit.
Yeah,
It's like,
she's,
you know what,
she's
Joe?
like, hey, there's some cookies in that shipment crate, and I'm like, no way, and I ran in, and then it went.
It's
Oh,
me.
hey, look,
Closed.
a nickel.
It's me or the podcast.
There was an exact replica of our former room in here.
Right. We're officially exported.
So,
We've
I
been
mean,
sanctioned by Russia.
if I was to spend $1 million in a day, and I had to, like, for some reason, I just get like 2 rolls. You know, I get 2 Rolls Royce.
Oh, I think you meant 2 rolls of like
I get 2
500
rolls of.
500.
I'd get 2 Tootsie Rolls, and I'd call it a day. Yeah,
Good
I mean,
investment.
if it that
Are they
was,
500 grand?
huh?
Are they 500 grand? I guess they probably are.
Probably.
I don't know.
could be,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm
The
sure
really,
it is.
really big
I'm
ones
just,
are.
I'm just saying, if that's what I was going for, I just get 2 things that are worth $500,000. You know, but if I was just to
And then when
spend
you
a
look back
mil,
on it the next day, you're like, whoa.
yeah, I wonder how much that's worth after I rolled it out of that fucking place. Probably as much as my video games after GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I totally didn't need the second one.
No, god damn it.
Why didn't I buy the
could've spent that
helicopter?
elsewhere.
Damn it.
But if I was just to have some fun, I'd probably get a helicopter over to some island, invite a bunch of friends, you know, just have like a rager,
Yeah.
you know, and just have the best dead mouse or
I was
you know,
gonna say, get
Skrillex,
the higher dead
You know,
mouse.
no, both of them. You know, I'd have
wow.
both of them there.
A 2x4.
Doing 2x4, which is weird because it's house and dubstep, but they'd make it work because I paid them.
because they're geniuses.
Yeah.
Genii.
Genii, which is plural.
That's plural for genius.
And yeah, I'd probably just make it a fun thing for everything. I mean, honestly, there's the other option, which is I'm just going to pay off everyone's house. You know,
That'd be cool too, man. Thank
You're
you.
such a saint. Not
Yeah.
yours.
Could you buy me a house first and then pay it off?
Pay off your backyard shed.
Yeah, I don't have a mortgage anymore
Well, that's good though.
right now, but
I still do. You want to pay off mine with your no?
well, that's my question then.
I got 1M.
Yeah.
What would you use it
Yeah,
for?
you know, I think I would maybe plan towards the future rather than just
Yeah.
blowing it. Blowing it
It's true.
would be incredible.
If I was in
But-
my 20s, I'd
Well,
I'd
since you're
blow
gonna
it.
blow yours, then just invite me along and you blow yours.
Okay, and then
I'll-
you make sure you have a
I'll
very
spend
nice
mine
future,
wisely.
and I'll make sure I die blowing mine.
Well, Mike, you look like you have something locked and
See,
loaded.
You bring up a good
Well,
point real quick because honestly, the second you think about it, like 20-year-olds, we would just rage, right? But as 35-year-olds, reality is I'd probably save mine too.
Right,
I'd
you're
probably.
like, I would invest
I
in
would-
some mutual
yeah.
funds.
Yes, absolutely.
I'd
I'd
pump up
put
my
some in my
401k.
IRA. I'd put some in my. Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yes, thank you.
My 401k. I'd definitely do that. Yeah. Save some.
Put some away for my children and
Get some bonds.
live off the interest of $45,000.
Build off, non-Oz bonds, and I would go from there. But yeah, I guess I guess we'll ask the youngest of our group,
Yeah, we'll
Colin.
take Colin.
Who would you blow? I mean, how would you blow it?
Oh God, I really have no idea. I mean, it would probably be a car or something like that. I'd build myself a race car that I could take to a track whenever I wanted.
Shit,
Ooh,
that's an
you know,
expensive
that's
race
actually
car, too.
really-
A Formula One car?
That's a really
I
good
think
idea.
that wouldn't be enough for a Formula
That
One.
would be
car.
Oh, yeah, that's
all aluminum
Yeah,
parts.
that's
like
true.
super light.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Full carbon fiber body.
a one-off, just super race car for me to have.
Yeah. Nice. I
Yeah.
like that.
That is awesome. So, I mean,
I mean, I thought
so-
about buying an airplane, but I still think. I mean, you
Might
can
not be
get like
enough.
a fucking twin engine prop plane for that much probably, but nothing above that. I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a fucking Gulfstream or
Yeah.
my own private 747. But
Yeah.
I think I'd fall a little short on that one.
Yeah. I mean, you could turn that into a business, though. You get a plane,
Yeah.
then you hire a pilot. You can start doing, little charters.
Fuck that! I'm flying. I've got experience.
Of course. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, with the plane too, you could get that. You'd get that chance to get your pilot's license too.
Yeah.
So
Or you could just pay for one.
right, just pay it
I am
off.
now a
Just buy-
pilot. Just
Listen,
buy a
I'm a
pilot's
pilot.
license for $1
Wink,
million.
wink.
I'd like to pay for a pilot's license, please. So
Okay, you need a billion hours.
I'd
One
like
B
to-
of hours.
Like
So
to
there's a
fly
process.
350 random people across the ocean. Seems like something smart to do.
Jesus.
Well, so everyone's answered
What
except
would you do? I have not answered
Yeah,
yet.
Mike.
Did you answer, Michael? Did
Yeah.
you?
I mean,
More or
kinda,
less. I mean,
kinda.
I
has
buy
kids.
lots of fucking awesome stuff. I'm not gonna
great
list.
answer. You would save a lot.
Well, I would take the day off, I think.
Would you
and,
get a house? You'd probably get a house.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so you get a house, you probably save the rest. Is
And
that
there
fair?
it's
Yeah,
all-
I'll just
and then it's all
fucking
gone.
continue living in a shitty apartment. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mike Mike Davis would probably spend it on perfecting his perfect titties. He'd
Well,
just
they're
get
already
that
busy. See,
operation
that's-
you're
that's-
talking
Get a
about.
boob job.
That's my power though, is that they're already perfect.
That's how he got his mill.
I already have those.
That's right. You got a sugar
no,
daddy.
I would probably, I would place an ad on Craigslist.
$1 million ad?
I would place an ad on Craigslist, and
Okay.
I would just say, I need extras for a secret, secret production, secret location, whatnot, to show up on this day, big money, and craft services.
Is this a flash
We'll
mob?
have some Shasta.
Is this a snuff film?
Yeah.
Oh God! I know.
grilled cheese sandwiches.
Shasta.
And then I would,
That's great.
Murder them all.
I would recreate.
Fucking
I would
rich.
dump $1 million to recreate a particular battle from the Civil War. You know
Oh
how
my
they usually
God.
do it. Recreate the battle from the Civil War, and the whole thing would be
course.
filmed. And then right in the middle of the battle, I would run through. Just completely naked, just
my-
like streak at the Civil War.
You're so fucking eccentric. I love that about
with,
you.
and I would run up to a tree stump. Where,
Would you be saying modern things?
Where the board game
Microwaves!
Risk, where the board game Risk was set up for me to play.
Holy shit.
And I would say, would you guys just hold on a second while I get this done?
And then
Just
you
hold on
finish
a
a game
second.
of Risk.
And then I play a game of Risk for $1 million.
With who?
Just that
He'd reanimate Abe Lincoln
be
with his
determined.
mill.
Okay.
To be determined, because I'm waiting for that person to reply to my
A
Craigslist.
naked
I
Joe.
know.
It doesn't necessarily need to be naked. It's
Oh.
just it's my $1 million.
But I'm gonna be
Yeah, you could be.
guaranteed. Absolutely.
Clothing optional Risk game.
I'm gonna read the
Amidst-
script before I get there.
Amidst a Civil War recreation, maybe the Battle of Antietam.
Clothing
I don't know.
optional
That's right,
Civil
wow.
War
Yeah.
reenactment.
Man.
Stonewall Jackson.
It's gonna be
Versus
tough to
Michael
explain
Davis.
those gunpowder burns to Lauren.
Babe, you don't understand. He paid me $1 million.
They're in all my secret locations. Right?
Because you know what? I mean that answer is pretty random, but how else am I gonna fucking spend $1
I
million
mean,
in
yeah.
one day?
If you have to spend it,
I could
get
say
it.
I would buy a shit ton of booze, but there's no way I would even be able to drink that
Here's
much.
the funny thing: if you did what you just said you were going to do,
Yes.
you would be like a new Kardashian.
Would
You would
I?
be so famous
Yeah.
just for being such a maniac that you'd probably be like a new personality. So
maybe I
you
would.
buy your way into fame and probably make tons of cash.
That I would make, but see, then that would defeat the purpose of trying to spend the $1 million if I made more money off of that. If we were going by the Brewster's Millions rule
right, of course.
you can't make it
So
back.
I mean, I guess it depends on.
I'm just,
how-
You
Yeah.
fucked up, man.
recreate
Yeah, exactly.
it's my idea, damn it.
Okay, so let's do question number 2 from Phil.
Question
All right?
number 2 from Phil.
So, dream 5-person apocalyptic survival team, albeit fictional, like a celebrity or historical characters. Which 5 would
A
be the
dr-
dream apocalyptic?
like a dream team
Yeah.
of apocalyptic.
So
Oh,
I-
of survive,
team
like to
members.
help
Yes.
you survive. And okay.
It was like Left 4 Dead.
I would
You're
say
playing with
Okay.
people you
the
like.
Terminator from Terminator 2.
Oh wow.
What do you guys think?
That's
Sure.
that's a good
Yeah.
person to have. Sure.
Absolutely.
He's so loyal.
He is. And
Well,
he's
once
just,
he's not trying to kill
Once
you.
he's been reprogrammed,
he's like a
Yeah.
cockroach, too. I mean,
Right.
nukes drop, he's still going to
he
be
just
around.
keeps showing up.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
his aging shell around his exoskeleton.
Exoskeleton.
Yeah, is going to be blown off, but he's still ready to be
It's all
a
good.
pseudo dad. You know? Who else?
Superman.
Okay. Because he's
God.
he'd
That's-
be really good.
I'm-
Yeah, let's just go for
I think he's
extremes.
pretty much
Let's-
top of the heap.
Yeah, I'll give
I
you
think
that.
he's top of the heap.
I'll give you that.
I
I'll
think
give
he's
you
top of
that.
the heap, yeah.
Who else?
Louis C.K.
You got to
Yes.
have a good time.
Gotta have
if
some
it's the
laughs.
apocalypse, you
Brilliant.
got to get some chuckles.
Gotta
in.
have some laughs.
Great answer.
Thanks.
God damn it! I wish I thought of that. Mike, you're so awesome.
I'm so right all the time.
You're right now for sure. Colin, what do you think?
Seaman.
Oh God, I don't know.
Did you just call him Seaman?
No, maybe. I did not.
What do you think?
I was trying to think of the fucking movie, but I can't remember the name of it. It's a Christian Bale movie where it's like set in the future. And
The
they
Dark
Machinist?
Knight.
Oh, the,
wait, you're
I was going to say Deus Ex. Were there grammaton clerics?
You're talking about Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, I'll be-
There we go.
Yeah.
Thank
Christian
you.
Bale's character from Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
I almost said
Sick.
Continuum for some reason.
So good.
I don't know
So
why.
so we all have to agree on the fifth. Me. Okay, thanks, guys. I would kick so much ass. I know. Agreed. What do you think?
How
So
about a
what-
hot chick?
yeah, you gotta have. I mean, you got the chuckles in.
a token hot chick. You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, but kind of a badass, too.
Yeah.
I would take Mark Summers so we could recreate episodes of Double Dare.
God damn it! You'd
the
fuck
whole
Mark
time.
Summers.
No.
Well, I mean,
Wait,
is he
wait,
subbing
was-
in for the
was-
hot chicks?
Was one of the okay? So it's a given if we do take a hot chick, we all have to fuck her, or we all get to
no,
fuck her?
no. The
No, just
T1000's not gonna.
The
No,
pleasure of her
yes.
company.
Louis C.K. is not gonna get any. He's a
No.
big fat ginger.
Even though he is funny,
Yeah, he's hilarious. Of course.
I think we get laid.
Equilibrium. He
Wow.
takes those pills. He's not interested.
it's true.
You know.
Yeah.
He's not interested.
I think Superman's going to be banging.
Superman. I don't know. He's gonna feel bad for the guy that's banging her.
He might not
He'd
wanna
be
kill her.
He's gonna make her
Yeah,
explode.
Yeah, Superman load? Are you serious? That probably
Well, he
turn her
probably
into
pulls
a-
out. He
breaker.
probably pulls out.
turns her into a geyser.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry about the
Brains
sound
and
effects. That's
eyeballs
gross.
spewing out.
But you know what I
When
mean.
that
I
bomb
mean,
drops.
I should leave that for everyone's. I guess.
Did we hit?
In
Who's
depredation.
wait, did we hit 5?
Exactly.
Well, I said
Hot chick.
I said Mark Summers
Oh,
so we
okay.
could recreate
Mark Summers,
Double
yeah,
Dare
absolutely.
episodes.
Well,
So we can have a good time.
if anybody's
I
going
was trying to think of
die
badass
first, I'd
chick.
say it was Mark Summers.
What would be a
probably die
badass?
first.
I would say Bayonetta.
No,
Oh, there
wow.
you go.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to throw in a video
I'm
game.
gonna
chick.
say maybe what's her name, Katniss from.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
Yeah,
Katniss,
She's cute.
Did you see her in American Hustle?
I didn't.
Jesus Christ, she looked good.
She
And
was-
she and you know what? And she did
she's
a
a
bang up
good-looking
job
girl.
in that role.
Yeah.
She did a bang up job in that role. I liked American Hustle more. I liked her in American Hustle only because I read the Hunger Games books, and the books, the movies always never do.
Of course.
you
Yeah.
know, the books
Yeah.
justice. And there are the exceptions, of course.
Right.
Peter Jackson, but
I
yeah.
think you have to cough before.
Well, I had something in my throat.
Was it Peter Jackson?
Hey, why is that a cough, by the way? Are you
I'm just saying, Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson.
did not do a good
I get
job?
it. I get it.
No, he did. No, he
He
did.
did.
I
He
was
did,
just
yeah.
saying, Peter Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think we got our dream team. So let's also go to the next question from Daniel. Okay, so Daniel asks, if you could be the main character in any video game, which game would it be and why?
Ooh,
So
that's a good question.
It is, and I have a very thorough answer.
Colin,
Don't look at me.
no, come back to you. All right.
I didn't look at these
I
questions.
thought we'd
ahead
give you
of
a
time,
chance.
Okay.
No, neither did I.
Yeah,
This
so-
is all off the cuff.
I went for the full spectrum.
Full Spectrum Warrior.
Well, no,
Not that game.
no.
All right. Okay.
So kind of like every role. So if I was to be kind of like that, I don't know, like family man hero, I'd probably be John Marston from Red Dead Redemption. I thought he was a really good
Oh,
character.
yeah, he was
If I
a
was
good
to be
one.
a female,
So
Yeah.
you die.
Bayonetta, I thought she was sexy and awesome. So if I was going to be, yes, I mean, oftentimes that's what happens. If I was going to be
Spoiler.
like the opposite, I was going to be that amazing, ripped, awesome hero where the whole family dies, Kratos.
Kratos. Yeah.
If I was going to be the villain, the ultimate villain,
God, you had some time for this.
I would be Sephiroth.
Ooh, yeah.
I think he's the ultimate villain from
Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. And then
the greatest RPG ever made,
Diablo.
in my opinion.
And then the very quiet hero, the hero that
The unsung.
yeah, I would say that
Almost.
I'd be Master Chief from Halo.
Oh, wow.
You know, I mean, just the ultimate of selected warriors.
Sure.
And just out to make things better. So those are my 5. So that covers everyone. All right, next question.
You think it was? You think
damn it.
Master Chief was selected, or you think he was kind of forced into the role because he was the last remaining Spartan?
No, because they were on that one planet from Halo Reach where they all died. So there was a bunch that were selected. They were kids.
Oh.
They were kids. Yeah.
Fuck.
So remember they found those kids and cloned them, I believe. That's how it worked. So the clone went back to their parents, and then I thought that's how the
I don't know the lore of
didn't
Yeah,
Halo
it's
very well.
pretty
That's
deep
how
now.
it worked,
It's
but
pretty cool.
okay.
So they took those kids back, and then they were able to basically turn them, pump them full of chemicals, make them these giant superheroes.
Wow.
You know,
7 feet tall, huge giant women. Like you can see how big they are. It's so funny playing that game. You just see how big
Forest Amazon.
these-
Yeah.
Amazonians.
And way hot too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the most
Warriors,
that's a-
warriors in the sack.
It's a good way to die.
Yeah, absolutely.
Death
most,
by
uh,
snooze.
A French death. That's what they call an orgasm. A little death.
Death by snooze.
the most badass I think video game character that I've really enjoyed, and I think I would like to go on that journey is
Hubert?
Mass Effect.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Commander
Yeah,
Shepard.
all right.
Commander Shepard, yeah.
Was
And that
the-
was actually one I thought about for a
spanned
while.
3 games and
Yeah.
just tons of time in that fucking universe and everything. I think that would be quite a fucking adventure.
Absolutely.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. And you could
That,
go
that
get
would be mine.
you can go get drinks on Bama's Star Trek bar
Yeah.
after all your missions.
Sure. Sure.
How about you guys? Do you guys have a specific character you guys are way into?
Oh, good.
It sounds like Popeye. I'll be Popeye.
I don't know. Maybe it'd be the Nephilim.
The
Oh wow!
Nephilim.
He's way into Diablo right now.
All right.
The expansion
Okay.
came out.
Well,
so that's
that's I guess that's just on the top of my head.
sure,
so-
sure. It's tough not to think about
How
that
can it
one.
not
I was
be
also
right now?
thinking
That's pretty awesome.
Tiger Woods,
Okay. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, okay.
sure, fair enough.
rich and really good at golf several years ago.
Yep, yep.
Played never-ending round of Golden Tee '98. Yeah.
And then I mean the other character, I mean only because I love the game from is it Sleeping Dogs? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Nintendogs.
No, Sleeping Dogs. That's a
Sleeping
relatively new
Dogs.
kind of open world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty good character. That's a real hand-to-hand kind of based game,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It has both, but yeah, it is more.
But it's more of that,
way
yeah.
more hand-to-hand focus.
Yeah.
It's like GTA, where martial arts is instead of guns is your focus. But
Right.
They have a sequel coming, don't they?
I think so.
It's called Watch Dogs.
It
It's coming out soon though.
Yeah.
Oh, Davis, did you answer?
No, not yet.
It was
Rayman?
good.
I might be.
Was it be a Doritos chip from?
No.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Spot from the 7-Up branded game. No, I might be that guy. Might be the guy from Burger Time. Making the burgers because I like to cook.
Yeah.
Have people over,
Tapper.
make
Tap or
have
just
beer
pour
time.
some beers,
root beer
yeah.
tapper.
Can I be-
You know,
can I
somebody's
be-
not eating or drinking. I walk up and, hey, what's the matter here? What's going on here? How you doing? What's you're not liking the food? I don't know why I'm Italian.
I don't know either. I don't know. Okay, well, good
Sounds
They
question.
make
funny.
hamburgers. Yeah.
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 So, well, let's.
Hey, you want my meatball
Got some
hamburger?
marinara on that burger, huh? Go fuck yourself.
It's kind of like a meatball sandwich.
Hey, you don't like
Some
you don't like
mozzarella
hamburger?
and marinara.
Hey,
Go
Tony.
fuck
Hey,
yourself.
get the bat. Get the bat. Steal the rugs. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Muriano.
Who's this fucking guy? All right, so we got another one from Phil. All right,
Thank you, Phil.
and he says you travel to a parallel dimension, only to find
yeah.
that your alternate self has a life better than you, one where all your dreams
fuck
have
me.
come true.
Fuck me.
And to plug any little holes you thought of escaping this question through, you can't go back to your own dimension, so you can't leave.
So you're stuck now in this new dimension.
Would you kill yourself to take over their/your life, and how would you commit this act? So you're in this alternate dimension. this person has everything that you want.
You have
everything you
other
want.
you
Yeah.
has everything you've ever wanted.
So if you killed yourself, would they, after they did, the investigation, would they say it's clearly suicide?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask your take
Yeah.
on this. Are you this now? Have you taken over this person, or are you from the outside
you see
looking
it.
in?
You're
seeing it. Okay.
You see it. You see yourself, perfect life,
See.
and you can't go back.
Gotcha.
So it's like, well, I could
You
take
could
this over.
assimilate that
Right.
as your own.
Oh, so I see. You kill yourself, and you
You're-
just assume the identity.
Right.
because-
Your trophy
And
wife
now you're
wouldn't know.
everything that you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I would definitely kill myself.
Think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a 50 caliber
Well, you
sniper rifle.
You gotta go out in style.
Yeah,
At least.
Cool.
quick and painless. I don't want to cause myself any
Absolutely.
too much pain.
Any
Quick and
undue
painless
pain.
and very fucking messy.
Yes,
Now,
Don't worry
now,
about it. Just use a spoon
his head just exploded. I don't know what happened.
and RPG him.
And then
Right.
So, no, you were going to say something, Mike. What's up?
Well, I was going to say that question brings 3 ideas to mind.
Let me hear all 3.
Okay,
Are
so
you
the
gonna
first
get in?
for the first one is
give me the third one first.
okay. There's
I want the second first.
There's
Let's have a vote.
There's that scenario
Sure.
in Back to the Future where if Marty doesn't recreate everything so that his parents meet and kiss, like he won't exist.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
does killing myself in another dimension mean that I won't be killed?
No, this is an
It's
offshoot
parallel,
dimension. It's
yeah.
parallel, so it's no.
Okay, so then
I don't think it's
that
Let's not complicate
Same
things.
place
Let's
and
go.
time.
Come on. Let's go.
just
Okay.
parallel.
so then
Don't lawyer this fucking
Next
question.
question.
Let's
that
go.
leads into the next idea I had was
Okay.
if I'm traveling from one dimension into this dimension, I can't automatically assume that there's only the 2. There's got to be others. So there could be other me's coming after me. Do I want them to come after me, or do I
Okay,
want them to
this
come
isn't
after perfect
this isn't
me?
the movie
That's a fair
One
question.
with Jet Li.
That is a very fair question.
And
or
my
a point. Good point.
Third idea. Thank
is-
you, Michael.
it is good. That's a good-
My third
Good
idea.
hook.
He could just be if he assassinates his self, then he could very well be assassinated because from another
Okay,
dimension.
clearly
Yes, I could.
Phil needed to have more rules, and so I'm gonna just add them.
needed to
Okay,
have, like,
here we go.
6 more beers
Here's
before
the
he thought about this
here's
question.
the rest of the rules. All right, all right.
Well, like
Rule
go
number
fuck-
1. Rule
go
number
fuck
1.
yourself.
Shut up. Okay.
Shut
There's
the
only
fuck up.
there's only 2. There's you and this guy. There's no guy going after you.
Okay,
There's no,
okay.
If you kill him, there's not like this black hole that opens up. It's
All right.
just
okay.
fucking
well,
How
right
do
there.
I know that when
My-
I kill myself,
No.
I won't just instantly shit my pants?
Okay.
my third.
Get Bill Nye on the phone.
Okay.
I got his number.
Okay. My third thought.
Yes, please, of
falls
course.
into those parameters. Then.
Okay.
Uh,
I love it. I can't wait for this
Okay.
one. I asked for this one first.
no.
You would've
Well,
s-
Michael asked for the third one.
Oh,
first.
right. I asked for the
So
second
I
one.
gave him the
Shit.
third one. You asked for
You're
the second
right.
one. I
Okay.
gave it to you in order.
Okay.
Good guess.
Giving you what you want. All right.
You are.
So my third thought is
First thought, you mean?
well, yeah, my being third in succession of how I've answered. My
Right.
first initial thought, not given first because Joe asked for the third.
I brought my lawyer. Thank you, Colin.
Yes. It would be
Get it right.
It would be before I killed myself.
Okay.
I would, because I can't go back, right? So I'm stuck here.
Right. You're stuck.
I would.
He's
I
got
would.
the rules now.
He does. He nailed it.
I
I'm
would
glad we
ta-
had this
I would
discussion.
I would take a few days
Okay.
to observe. I would take a few days
well,
to watch, like
of
how.
course.
Like, okay, it's perfect. How
I'm not just
perfect
gonna be
is
like,
it,
"Hey,
though?
that's me. He has a great life."
yeah." Like,
No, I'm
like,
gonna-
like how
Oh no, he actually had
He's
a
driving.
shit.
He's driving a nice car,
no.
and he goes home, and he's got a fucking.
Well, like how? Yeah, like how perfect is
Yeah.
it? Like are you married to some trophy wife who's just a naggy bitch? Like you're just absolutely sick of her shit and you can't stand
Okay.
it. And you're like, oh, I
God
don't
damn
want
it.
that.
Here we go. Okay,
that
I'm
would
gonna
that wouldn't be perfect then, would it?
How much sex are you getting? Are your kids
Swipe
will
it.
behave?
Swipe it. Here we go. Here's what happens.
Okay.
All right, you're in a secret government project, okay? They bring you into a room. They say, hey,
Now that's
we're gonna
believable.
We're going to take you
Uh-huh.
through a dimension to your perfect life. Here is the portfolio, and they throw it down. There's fucking photos and papers, and everything's mapped out, and videos, and everything you want to know, all right?
Yeah.
And it's just the shit, all right? All right, everything's great. Wife wants anal. Your kids are great. Everything's good, okay?
That's personal
I
insight.
mean, it's just good. All right, work is awesome. You don't have to do shit, but you make a ton. Right? All right, it's just great.
wife wants anal.
I just threw that out for laughs.
Wife craves anal.
WWA.
It's just
It has to be called out like that, though. WWA. Really?
It's just the shit. All right? You're going there, and they're like, here's your silenced weapon. It's been a couple days, all right? Here's a device that turns you into a female black woman
Do I only
so
have
that you
one
can walk
bullet?
around. They don't know it's that alternate guy. What's that?
Do I have one bullet? One bullet in the gun?
No, you have a infinite. It's the
Infinite.
future.
All right,
And
okay,
it has
okay.
infinite. Duh.
All right,
And
well.
so, okay, now, cue answer.
I'm ready to answer.
Michael?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Boom.
So what I would do is not kill my alter ego or whatever we would call it. But befriend.
You'd make friends with him and double
yeah.
up
Yeah.
on
so,
the WWA.
So now
right?
we'd be two heads are better than one, right? So we could switch out. I mean, he's probably you get
Hey,
bored.
man, I have a shitty
mean,
life. Like, I
you
don't
may
even have a
love-
home. I came here from a different dimension.
You may
wanna
love something, but you don't
Sure.
want to do it every fucking day, all day. So
Right.
he's gonna get tired of it. Maybe in turn, I may get tired. I don't know. Maybe because it's so perfect, I might never get tired
Well,
of
I
it.
mean,
But
you're in the military. You might be able to coax him.
so
true.
we could just switch out
Maybe.
from time to time.
Maybe it's like one of those things where it's like the prince and the peasant, and they're twins. They're twinsies,
Yeah.
and they're like,
You
hey,
could
do you
just-
want to try some of my life? Yeah, I'm so sick of being in this awesome castle.
You could
You know?
tap each other out
You know?
of that perfect life. Like,
Cleaning the royal
Well-
balls. I just want to clean my own balls.
But you know what? He
That's
may
also-
not feel
yeah.
that it's perfect.
Well,
Of course.
he'd be like,
So-
dude, I've had so much earthquake anal.
Okay.
He may. What if?
I really
what
need you to
if-
take
yes.
over for me for a while.
What if he were to see my life and view that as perfect? So
You
it is.
you came through a warp. You're probably
Yeah.
naked like Terminator 2.
Which
There's
is
a big
awesome.
like
It's the only way to
spherical
travel through
hole that was warped in. That's all you have, right?
Yeah.
You live probably under a freeway because you don't have shit.
But the
No.
warp has to make that green
I'm saying
type
my
sound
old
from
my
Mars.
life in the previous universe or the previous parallel dimension.
there's no way to get there.
I will say this.
No, for him,
Yeah.
not me.
Oh yeah,
I will say this. all
Maybe
right?
the government in that
Now we're-
fucking dimension comes and offers him the
getting
same
all
plan.
philosophized.
So we're
now.
switching.
damn it.
Oh come on! This
Yeah.
is my fucking.
But you're
answer.
going in. Okay,
That's true, it is
when
Michael's
they throw
answer.
down that portfolio
He can
and it
own
has
it.
all the pictures and all the explanations. There's no government.
And
It's like,
WWA.
perfect
stop
world.
fucking thinking.
Yeah.
This doesn't make any fucking sense.
You're going
Don't-
to the perfect
Don't try
world.
to overanalyze this. You
I will
idiot.
say this. Just being a person that's never murdered someone. Spoiler alert, everyone.
Allegedly.
You
I
gotta
know.
try it, man. You
I
gotta
know, I
try
bet
it.
it's great.
fucking
I fucking
heavenly.
killed the guy. So no, I mean honestly, I've never killed someone, and I know that I'd have a rough time at it. I've thought
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, man, I want to kill this
Well,
fucking guy, and then I'm like, how would I do it? I'd be like, I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Especially when it's
So-
your own face you're looking at in the crosshair.
Right.
I
I,
mean,
wouldn't
that's
want to destroy
you.
that beautiful being.
How surreal would that be? Where you're like, well, I'm not killing myself, but in
No.
a way, I'm killing myself. So
Right.
So none of you would
know.
kill yourselves?
I'd have a rough time.
Yeah,
I'd have a rough time with it. Yeah.
But maybe he's a real
think so.
dick.
If he's
I
a
started
dick,
hanging out with him, and he
Oh,
was a
yeah.
fucking
If-
dick.
That's the thing. If he's
Then
a
I
dick
might
and then
kill that
like
son of a
he's
bitch.
starting
Yeah.
to screw up this perfect thing, I'd shotgun his
But
face
see,
off.
I'm not a dick though.
But you're not.
Well, that also begs the question. I mean, how similar
I
would you
think
be
you are, though.
if you're the same person but you're living
Love you too.
completely different lives?
There you go.
Would the nurture, thing come into play where your alternate self is just a total dick? What if you met him and he'd be like, "Hey, let's be friends"? And he's like, "I don't like you, man. You're fucking creeping me out." And
Yeah.
blasts you away.
Oh, you know what? If it
Yeah.
came down to self survival, though, hell yeah, I would kill
Oh, yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
I would snap my own neck so
totally
fast.
kill myself.
Oh yeah.
I'll blow
Oh, yeah.
myself.
I'm
I mean,
getting
I'll blow myself
Fuck
away.
you, man. I'm getting some anal.
All
I
right,
just got
let's-
this text message.
So that's
what
a
does
tough one. That's a tough
WWA
one.
mean?
All right.
Later.
I just feel like you guys are going to keep throwing the lawyer tape out there. So here's the last one.
Last question.
So in episode 10, we mentioned the Cosmos, or the show Cosmos, which...
Colin mentioned
well,
that,
this
actually,
is
yeah.
sorry, this is Daniel. He really enjoys that show.
Thank you, Daniel.
And he said...
that show, not our show.
Well, he loves our show too, which is great. But he loves Cosmos probably
He's got
more.
good taste.
Yeah,
Daniel's
has
really
higher
good taste.
production value on that. But so he just said, he was thinking about how crazy it is that we live in such a small part of this infinite universe. So now to my question, have you ever just thought about how crazy it is that Earth is supposedly the only planet in our universe that has life? Also, do you think that there's another planet in our universe or another that has people / life? And I don't mean organisms. Maybe a universe that has other talking creatures.
Sentient beings.
Yeah.
I can absolutely
Like
tell
the
you that
Borg.
my belief is yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's extremely narrow-minded to, with the amount of knowledge that we have with regards to astronomy today in 2014, to think that we are the only floating rock in the vast expanse of the universe to be the only one with life on it.
I feel that it is a very precious kind of, it's very exact, like distance from the sun, the specific heat, gravity, all these things.
Right,
But when I was in astronomy class and I saw that picture where it was just like all these stars, and they said, guess what? Those aren't stars. Those are all universes.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it blows your mind. It blows your
Or
mind.
solar system.
Galaxies just covered.
Yeah.
So I was like, there is so much out there that, I mean, just, it's the law of averages.
Well, and
it's just,
life kind of persists. I mean, it just finds a
it
way.
just does.
Like even on this
I
planet,
think Jeff Goldblum said it best when he said, "Life finds a way."
life finds a way.
or more importantly, I mean, I mentioned this to Daniel. I spoke to him today. We in Contact, that movie Contact, when she's
Jodie
talking,
Foster.
when she's talking to her dad, and she says, "Dad, do you think there's other planets with life?" And he says, "If there isn't, it sure is a waste of space."
I agree.
And that's so true to me.
That's a good
So
point.
I feel where we're at, we won't be able to see those other universes. Yeah, absolutely though. I mean, I think there's tons of them actually. I think there's probably thousands, if not millions.
I'm not above thinking that there are other life forms out there, sentient life forms, as Colin said, that have maybe already visited our planet. I mean, I've never seen an extraterrestrial, so I will neither confirm nor deny the existence of. But I've watched television shows like Ancient Aliens, and I think it's interesting. It's an interesting point. I like to try and take everything with a grain of salt, and just like, all right, well, that's that argument, and that's that story, and I'd like to formulate my own opinions and my own answers after having done my own research. But like I said before, I think ultimately it's just it comes down to, we are such a small speck in the universe, in its entirety, that it would just be. It would be so simple-minded to think that we are the only planet, that is sustaining and cultivating life, and it's not flourishing somewhere else. I mean,
I would be surprised. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you didn't. I was
would
done.
be surprised if we were not the only. Excuse me. If we were the only.
If we were
the only life within the universe. However, I do think it is kind of just a perfect storm.
Absolutely.
Also, of
I think it's
coming
rare.
together.
I think it's rare.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think it's hard to do.
I think there is the potential there. I mean, again, I don't know. I mean, I know the vast expanse, but it's a fucking violent.
Well, that
universe.
Also adds fuel
really
to a lot of the argument for like a lot of religions, like the Christian religions.
I feel like it's calming down though. I think when the universe was first created, it's like madness, and I just think time doesn't really matter. I mean, obviously it's just limitless.
Time keeps on ticking.
Exactly. So I feel like we've gotten to a point where the universe, at least from what we've seen, has calmed down quite a bit. And I mean, obviously, time to us. I mean, we won't see a lot of those huge
until
collisions.
The Milky Way smashes into Andromeda.
Right. Well, and that's
how long will
that's
that take?
happening. Though,
we're going to be gone. Yeah. No,
that's happening. I mean, it's all happens on a grand scale.
Yeah.
But I mean,
No,
everything is moving away from the very center of the universe, though, right? I mean,
and also it's very likely that
standing right now,
a similar civilization or planet, whatever, has already come and gone, and their galaxy smashed into another galaxy, and it's already happened.
Yeah,
their whole life and their whole existence already played
out.
Well,
that's one of the ideas behind some of the ancient astronaut theories, is that like our existence as a human race is somewhat cyclical in that we've got all of this physical evidence of like the ancient pyramids at Giza, or those giant like 30-ton carved heads on Easter Island, or all of the
Moai.
Moai. I think that's correct. Or the lines, those like super weird runway lines at Nazca, which I think is in South America. But it's like people look at this and they wonder, well, I mean, you would have needed precision tools to be able to carve rock like this, and carbon dating and everything. I mean, it puts it back so far. It's like, well, how did we? I mean, the Industrial Revolution. You think about it. I mean, that boomed in what, the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Right. So
I mean, some of the stuff we're doing. Is
pretty
new.
We're talking about like, okay, how the hell do you build Stonehenge?
Yeah.
What tools,
drag those rocks
what tools were the Egyptians using to produce these monolithic structures, these diamond structures that you can see from space?
Right.
They didn't have cranes.
You can see Stonehenge from space. It's like the Luxor.
No, you can see the pyramids from space.
Oh.
You cannot see
I didn't know
Stonehenge
that.
from space. Yeah. It's at one of the.
like,
you
wow.
can one of the other thing.
go to Google
that
Maps.
you can see.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You can see the Great Wall of China from space.
Oh, yeah, I think I
that-
have seen that as well. Yeah.
But
well, I mean, ultimately,
anyway.
the answer is yes, Daniel. Yes, there's life on other planets.
Yes, Daniel.
And it's exciting, and they know languages.
Yes.
Yeah. And they built, instead of pyramids, like cubes, maybe,
Right.
or circles.
Yeah.
The great circles. Who knows?
And in closing, if I could give Daniel a nickel's worth of free advice, sweep the leg.
Somebody get him a body bag. I'm sorry, Daniel. Karate Kid.
Hey, at least he gets
OG
to,
Karate
at least
Kid.
he gets to have sex with Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I was
Hopefully.
gonna- did you guys see that they recently, just like within the last couple of weeks, that they for the first time were able to actually see gravitational waves, which I guess is a big part of the theory that goes into the Big Bang. And
Oh, wow.
so
Okay.
yeah, I guess it was a big step in proving that the Big Bang actually happened.
So almost like the aftermath, the reverberations
yeah,
from it.
exactly.
Wow.
They could see gravitational waves.
Yes.
How do they? How was it that they saw them?
I'm not a scientist.
They were squinting like really hard. Like,
They had probably wax paper, and there was like an eclipse, and they put it up.
Yeah.
And,
Put these 3D glasses on. I don't know.
Well, it may
mean-
it may not have been that they saw waves themselves, like you would
they
see.
saw
everything
evidence.
else.
They saw
No,
evidence.
Yeah,
of,
but they
No,
may
I
have
understand. I just
been able to clearly see the evidence of.
That's interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
was just
no,
like,
I do. I find that
Dude,
very
check
interesting.
it out.
Oh
I
my
totally
God! No
fucking see
way!
them.
Look up.
What?
Huh.
I don't see
And
it.
then they pulled out a
It's right
Polaroid.
there.
That's not what I was saying.
Right there.
Well, and I guess
Look at this
along,
picture. You guys can totally see gravity.
I guess along with that,
Gravity
And here's
The,
me with Sandra Bullock.
at the Grand Canyon.
the
Gravity at the Grand Canyon is a bitch. Sorry, Colin.
Sorry, dude.
finished.
Yeah, we're done.
No, I was just gonna say. I guess it also plays into the theory that there's multiple universes as well.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
guess.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess that's very popular these
I mean,
days. Is
how-
the idea of a multiverse.
One
Multiverse.
universe?
Yeah.
I mean, how lame is that? You got a fucking universe.
I know,
Why would
seriously.
there just be one?
I just
Well, because I
what?
think they're
is there like a
they're
door to
actually
get into the next one?
Self-contained.
Oh wow, they really
Yeah.
are. There's like a
Yeah.
wall
That's
to
what
them.
they believe. Yeah.
No, I'm being serious. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
You know,
God
it's
damn.
probably infinite. Everything is probably infinite upon infinity.
Yeah.
It's just, everything is infinity. Would
Infinite
be-
upon infinite upon infinite.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
infinite. Universe is infinite. This, you know, I mean,
Well, we've been saying it since we were kids. Like, I hate you, infinity plus one.
yeah.
So I mean, it's nothing new. This is a theory we were taught really at a really young age.
Yeah.
So
We had
So-
everything figured
That
out.
would-
we did.
Yeah.
I mean, we should just go back to that. You know, that's what I'm thinking. So we
So,
have.
good question.
I love the
Yeah,
question.
thank
We had
you.
5 questions. I
That
mean,
was awesome.
We from us just crying last episode. Oh, we don't get questions. We get like 50,000, and we skimmed through them and we chose the 5 best.
Yeah, we did.
And
We
so
did.
Phil, Daniel, and Bama, thank you so much.
Thank
that was
you,
awesome,
gentlemen.
So we're gonna go into a new segment.
A new segment.
It's called BullShistory. It's bullshit history. So we
Yeah.
wrote our own history, and we all agreed to write 3. I wrote 2 because I'm a rebel, and I was just tired of writing so much good stuff from the other episodes
And
that I
it's
was like, you know what, no.
that. Yeah.
I did spend more time with another segment, which is our 976 numbers. I worked on that. If it's dirty, then I have an easier time with it. But if, yeah, I don't know why. But anyways, bullshistory. So who would like to go first?
Well, I think should we explain a little bit, real quick?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So the idea that I kind of broached with the rest of the CG team members here, Colin, Joe, and Mr. Michael Picaro, was I thought it would be funny to maybe try and pull something, just be, like a historical figure or maybe something that happened in history, and define it, but be so wrong that it borders on the just the comically insane.
I'm going to cut you off and just say, no, this is history.
This is history.
Go ahead and
It's
write it.
bullshit
Let's hear
story.
it. Let's hear
This
it.
is history 101.
Bullshistory.
Bullshistory 101.
Yeah, bullshistory.
If you guys need some time, I can start if you want.
No,
I can go.
Yeah, please. I love that. I love that. Go ahead.
So, if any of our listeners were wondering,
did you PDF this?
no, it's a Word doc, Michael.
Oh, okay.
It's reading
He
this.
made his own PDF.
Reading this off of my
It's a
phone.
Word document, Michael.
PDF stands for please do. Fuck off.
Please don't. I'm fucking reading.
PDFR. Go ahead.
So I was just kidding, my God.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't mean that.
I'm just kidding.
I
Fuck
give
off.
two
I
shits.
didn't mean that. Oh,
Two? Generous.
Yeah.
So my first one, I was if any of our listeners didn't know who Lance Armstrong was, I thought they might find
Who is
this
that?
they might find this interesting. Lance Armstrong was the famous athlete known for winning the Le Mans 7 times consecutively, being the first man to walk on the moon, and inventing the singing style known as scat.
Oh, wow.
Yes. He spawned the horrible and now tragically saturated fashion of wearing rubber bracelets when he launched the quote-unquote Liv Tyler campaign. Fortunately, Lance died in a ship sinking in 1998. Ship sinking in 1998. It was immortalized through his wife, Sheryl Crow, in her album titled after her husband and the ship itself, Lance Armstrong and the Sinking of the Ella Fitzgerald.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Remember
You're welcome, audience.
sinking
I
of
love
the...
learning stuff. Do you guys love? I feel like I'm like a lifelong
do you get the
scholar.
connection there, though?
I think so.
Sinking
Yeah.
All
of
the Armstrongs.
The Edmund Fitzgerald, Ella Fitzgerald,
Yeah,
Lance
yeah.
Armstrong.
It's so good.
All right. It might,
No,
I don't know. It
very
might be a little
brilliant.
too sophisticated.
No. It was very brilliant.
Thank you.
Who's up next?
All right, so let me set the stage for you. It's
Sure.
it's World War II,
Okay.
1941, and Hawaii.
That's not bullshit.
I'll get there.
So far, all true.
Okay. In Hawaii, there is, just the finest little whorehouse this side of the international date line.
Okay.
All right, and there's a seaman. Okay.
Oh, it's a
And
whorehouse.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Probably a lot of it.
More
Blacklight.
than one, but he was in the Navy.
Okay.
He's just a monster. He's a fucking monster, and he is one horny son of a bitch. He is one horny son of a bitch. So, the epic tale.
Oh my God.
It's a
dude.
whorehouse, right? Epic tale. I think it's
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the whorehouse name? That's so good.
epic tale.
the epic but tragic tale of the
Wear a condom. Epic but tragic.
the Pearl Necklace Harbor.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
This man.
That is tragic.
This man
Was dropping bombs.
Was the Peter North of boy poi.
Oh my God.
Boy.
He just, he just fucking exploded.
Wow.
And
Wow.
well, it was a sticky situation, but
It sounds like it.
yeah, but I think fun was had by all. So
It sounds like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the Japanese fucking bombed that whorehouse,
Right.
and nobody
God
lived to
damn
tell
it.
the tale.
Yeah.
So
Nobody,
yeah,
nobody lived.
Absolutely. Well, kind of going off your Asian theme.
The situation.
There was a
sucked.
Chinese man named Lin in the 5th century,
Okay.
and he was an amazing acrobat. I don't know if our listeners know this. He was so amazing that he started getting followers, right? And so followers would come and they try to do his moves and try to do his flips and kicks and all these things. And so it became almost this religion, right? So they would follow him around and they'd be like, hey, that was an amazing move. Can you, go over, show him. It'll be amazing. So they would, go over to Lin and show him all these moves. And it became like this huge religion. So they built this temple, right? And they would just, they would work on these moves and try to just show them up. And that's how the Shaolin Temple actually was created. Is everyone would want to go and Shaolin that move, and it's really amazing. And that's the birth of Kung Fu. Bullshistory.
That is some interesting bullshistory. All right.
Go ahead.
Who's
I
up
do have
next?
one, but
Go Shaolin.
You gonna hang on to it? You gonna read it?
yeah, I'm gonna
Hang on.
Go ahead.
All right, I got two more here.
Okay.
This is the history of pajamas, as according to me. Pajamas, also known as PJs. This comfy and loose fitting type of clothing, sleepwear, was introduced and made famous in the music video "quote unquote" "Wearing Something to Bed." Written and performed by musical artist P.J. Harvey in 1983.
Oh, wow.
Several years later, a case mushroomed into a media field day as the band sued small, gay-owned and operated British publishing company Random Backdoor House for the misuse of
Slow
the
down.
pajama...
I'm trying to write all this down.
for the misuse of
You're going
the
to be quizzed on
pajama
this later.
of the pajama brand name in a series of gay books entitled Bananas in Pajamas.
Oh my God! There it is.
That's where pajamas comes from.
You just answered like 15 of my questions
Right?
that I've had throughout life.
Right? You're
Yeah.
welcome,
Thank you.
listening public,
And me.
and Joe of Condo Grayskull
That's
fame.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's excellent. So, Colin, do you have any histories? Bullshistories?
All right. Well, I was doing some research and I found the secret history of the donut.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I've actually wondered about that. Please tell me.
Yeah. Well, most people think it was created first during World War II as a dual-purpose food item and way to prevent venereal diseases for use by the soldiers.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but that turns out to not be true. The donut goes way back in history to ancient Mayan civilization.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and
Heads will roll.
yes, and back in the Mayan days, they created a pastry similar to a donut that was sugar, but it didn't have a hole in the center. And what they would do is during the summer solstice,
Once a year on that special evening.
they would
Get your pastries.
they would pray to the sun, and at dead noon, they would punch a hole in the center of the donut, eat the hole, stare at the sun for an hour, and then finish off the rest of the donut in a offering to their sun god.
Ah, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Man, that you know what? I did not know that.
yeah.
Not neither.
Ah, that is interesting.
I fucking
God.
fully believe that.
I believe it too.
Totally believe that.
No,
That's
I think
probably true.
And that's
in
actually
another
where
universe or something. That's probably true.
and that's actually where blind faith actually came
Yeah.
about.
Faith.
If you stare at the sun for an hour,
Yeah.
Good job.
you will be fucking blind.
You know how
Yeah.
you know how we need if this
Well, at least
becomes
in one
recurring.
eye.
If this segment becomes recurring, we need to end it with, and that's bullshistory.
Okay. Well, it's not over because we
Right.
got more.
I'm just saying
Okay.
because so we can do it now
Man, usually you have such good timing.
in case it doesn't become.
I'm gonna write that down.
All right.
Okay, there
Well,
we go. Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
So you guys, being as astute as you all are,
Of course.
especially Mr.
I'm
Michael
reading right
Davis
now.
here,
Thank you.
we've probably heard of the 100 Years' War. Okay.
Okay.
How long was it? Go on.
More than 100.
Yeah, it was like
I couldn't
20.
tell you exactly.
It's like
25. They
So-
took, they took a
3-4
lot of
hours.
water breaks.
Contrary to factual belief,
Whatever that is.
this was a typographical error. It was the 100 Beers War.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So what happened was
Sounds like a boy's night.
a French nobleman. They're in a pub, and there's a Frenchman and an Englishman, and this Frenchman is insisting that the song goes.
Wrapped up like a douche. Another roller in the night.
100 bottles of wine on the wall, 100 bottles of wine. And this Englishman was not having it. Got up from his table,
I'm not having it.
threw his pint in the Frenchman's face, spat on him. And so began the 100 Beers War.
Shit.
Oh
All
my
over a
God.
stupid fucking song.
Amazing.
Yep.
Wow.
The rest is bullshistory.
Oh, genius.
Very good.
Love it.
So, zombies. Did you know where they came from? I mean, they're really popular now, but it's actually been something that people have been dealing with 3,000 years ago.
No shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
So there was a culture where they would they ripped off these people and then they shunned them, right? and they kept coming back, right? These people that they shunned, they kept coming back, right? Kept coming back, to the point where even when they died, they would keep coming back
By
as the
definition,
undead.
by
Yes.
definition of a zombie.
And they didn't have shotguns. They didn't know about, taking the head off, right? So what they would do was they would wrap the bodies, right? They would wrap the bodies in cloth.
Like mummification?
Exactly. They
Okay.
would wrap the bodies, harden it, and that's how they would stop these zombies from moving. They didn't know how else to do it, right? And that's actually a brief history of the Egyptians. So the Jip and shuns. So they ripped off people and then shunned them, and that's where Egyptians came from in mummification. So yeah, and I know your wife's Egyptian, so
all
I mean,
comes
please,
together.
I hope she hears this. She'll learn something.
Well,
Sarah's
that explains a lot. That
Yeah,
explains
absolutely.
A lot now.
So mummies, there's not a lot of mummy movies because there's a lot of zombie movies.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
glad I
well known
know this
fact.
now.
How much
Gotta look out for
Egyptian
these.
does she share with the bloodline? Is it like
100%.
a quarter? She's 100% Egyptian?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
can't-
So if there's a zombie
I did
apocalypse,
there
not
might
know
be
that.
some Turkish or something in there.
Okay.
But
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
Some Turkish
You
goat.
you don't get too many Egyptians with the name Sarah.
no, it's a biblical name.
Oh, that's very true. I would have thought maybe Arabic.
Mike, counter question: how many Egyptians do you know?
One.
All right, cool.
It's
cool.
her name's Sarah.
Michael's wife.
So I hope we changed you after today.
We could talk more about it after the show. Mike.
I know it's not boring. She's a lovely woman.
Jip and Chun. There you go. So,
I have one more.
oh man,
And it's funny.
is it
I was-
bullshistory?
It is. It's one more part of bullshistory. And you guys might find this interesting. But I was doing some research over the weekend, and I read up a little bit about Abraham Lincoln.
Oh wow,
Yeah, and in case
Vampire Slayer.
actually
The Pussy
no.
Slayer.
Oh shit, Pussy Slayer.
Contrary to popular bullshistory, Mr. Lincoln was actually not a vampire slayer.
too
But
bad.
I will tell you about him.
What?
Yeah.
Did he like pajamas?
No.
Okay,
No,
stupid question, who
those
doesn't?
Came,
Go
those
on.
Came after. Abraham Lincoln, born the son of Russian immigrants Igor and Plava Straponovichная.
Oh shit.
Straponovichная. Young Abraham came to America via the Ellis Island ferry at
Okay.
the age of 17. According to documents contained within the immigration ledger at the time, this is where the family name was changed to Lincoln. Reasons cited from a note in the margin left by local New York Immigration Office employee Jimmy Halftone O'Houlihan. Seriously? I mean, seriously? Look at this name. It's like, what, 17, 18 syllables at least? Hey, Tony, come here. Take a look at this name. Can you believe this guy? Back in school, I could have taken lunch money from, like, what, 3, 4, maybe in time, 3, 4, maybe 5 kids, and the time would have taken me to say half of this crazy name? I don't have time for this bullshit, for crying out loud. Oh, that mom's a looker, though. You know what I mean? Well, I mean, don't tell my wife, Doris, I said that. That old battle axe. Tough woman to love, no doubt about it, but God, can that woman fix a meatloaf? That was all from the marginal quotes taken out of the ledger.
Jeez.
Wide margin.
Moving right along.
Did they have a stenographer or something? How'd they get all that down? All right.
Moving right along.
Okay.
Mr. Lincoln, always the tinkerer. Abraham quickly made a name for himself
Never
by,
the stinker.
by inventing the world's first automobile, which he appropriately called the Abraham, or the Model A for short. Shortly thereafter, Lincoln partnered with fellow local automaker Gerald Ford, birthing the Ford Lincoln Motor Company, where Lincoln sold cars at competitive rates and friendly service, eventually earning him the nickname Honest Abe.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
good.
I don't know if you guys knew this, but with business booming, Abe turned his sights to other avenues by introducing the hugely successful children's toy construction set, Lincoln Logs,
Wow. This guy was busy.
as well as opening the Ford Cineplex Theaters chain. But amongst the success, trying to beat out Japanese import auto prices, Gerald Ford, Lincoln's partner, began hiring Mexican immigrants in the factories to work long hours at next to no wages. Of course, Mr. Abraham Lincoln, speaking openly against slave labor conditions, publicly chided Ford for his wrongdoings, bringing about the dissolution of the partnership and the rise of bad blood between the two men. Ironically, Lincoln was shot and killed one night in a Ford Cineplex theater while watching Clint Eastwood's film Unforgiven.
Good film.
Lincoln's body rests at 3582 Gettysburg Avenue, otherwise more popularly known as the Gettysburg Address.
Oh my god, dude.
Wow.
That was amazing.
That was brilliant.
Drop that fucking mic. Just
And
throw that mic. That was really good.
That is Abraham Lincoln.
Really nice. Really nice.
Good thing you didn't PDF that.
All
thing,
true.
right? I don't think
All
you
true.
had enough space on your phone.
It's all very, very true. Oh, wow. Well, does anyone else have some bullshistory? Very nice.
No.
Do you have any more?
Well, no, you know what? I had another one, but I'll have to save it for another time because
Forgot the
it's
PDF.
not quite complete.
Okay.
All right. That's fair
So
enough.
so can we now end that with
Yeah,
that's bullshistory.
That is
Indeed.
bullshistory.
Indeed.
Nice job.
Nice
There
job,
you go.
fellas.
So, did any of you guys work on the 9/7 sex numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I did. I
did
worked on
not
them.
have
Oh,
any.
okay.
I had one note
He's
in my
got his
phone
iPad
for
out.
right saucy
That's right.
numbers.
So, these are I for a while there. I was thinking I'm going to make 976 numbers, sex numbers, and this is for
7 sex numbers.
97 sex numbers.
I'm not even familiar with 976. Is that something before
It's-
the internet?
Yes,
Yes.
976. I mean, I've never used one. I don't think
Yeah.
any of us have.
Well, it's
I
only
mean,
because they charge like $5 a minute. There
Yeah.
was no way to not have your dad find it showing up in the old
yeah.
phone bill.
I mean, that's really what we were all trained. It's like you call your friend for 30 minutes who lives
Yeah.
in Northridge and you live in Simi.
Yeah.
And you're going to get the wrath.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
So I mean, instantly it's like, yeah, don't use those numbers, and those
Never
older
did.
ladies probably will terrify you with,
Yeah.
what they're about to tell you. But they
You know-
came up with some numbers. Yeah, go ahead.
It was just, I was going to say, speaking of the pay numbers real quick, I did call one of those once, and it was 1-800-909-JEFF, which allowed you to call,
I'm learning a lot about you right now.
and you could listen to DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air talk about whatever for 2 minutes.
It was a podcast.
And it was a recording, and that's all it was. But I think I paid $2.95 for that call. But I kept seeing those commercials like early in the
Yeah,
morning.
they do
I'd
it,
wake
yeah.
up, and
Yeah.
one of my jobs as a young teen was to make the lunches for all the other siblings. And
Of
so
course.
I'd have all this extra time in the morning, and
course.
I'd be watching my video power.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then this commercial would come on, 1-900-909 Jeff. You know, you can look it up on YouTube. I'm sure that commercial's on YouTube.
Okay.
If it's not, it's bullshit.
Wow,
but
I've never seen that. That's
yeah,
so funny.
But I did dial that number once.
Did you like Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff?
I did. Nightmare on My Street.
Okay.
It was a great song.
That freaked me out too.
Yeah, Nightmare on My Street. And,
You know what I did used to do is fucking call Nintendo Power or whatever.
Oh, that tip line?
Yeah.
Talk to people your own age, and they're like, I don't know.
Well, yeah. No,
do
I mean,
I-
you
how
would
do I
call
beat the guy at
Nintendo
the gate?
Direct, like whatever their fucking offices in Redmond or whatever.
Right.
And they would, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And they would
pop the
tell
game
you
in,
what-
though, and they would play it along
Well,
with
they
you.
had like I talked to the guy one time about. I mean, he could talk to me all he fucking wants, charging me.
He's like, hey, you're paying for this, buddy.
They have a book. They have the huge binder.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With all the strategies or whatever.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
Yep.
that is one thing that I definitely got in trouble for. Was fucking calling
Really?
Yeah.
Did you call a lot?
Nintendo. I mean,
Enough for them to
yeah,
notice.
I mean, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was just calling friends in the valley.
Well,
Like, seriously?
when AOL was like first came out, and trying to dial into that,
Oh,
Right.
God.
got
Remember, I used to wait. You had to wait for like.
yeah. So they give you the number to call. They give you the number to
20
call,
minutes.
right? And you could never get through. So
Right.
I tried other numbers, and I don't know what the fuck a local toll call is.
Yeah, no.
Right.
Well, yeah, you're calling Burbank, and here's a fucking $50 phone bill or whatever. You know,
Right,
yeah, that was
no,
a mistake
You grabbed
that
the
I made.
I think I got in trouble a couple times for calling you, actually.
The country.
for some of the conversations we had when we were
country
kids in
code
6th
for
grade.
Canada.
What I mean, what a crazy thought nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, like this.
Oh, I know.
Even this used to, they track your minutes, but
No,
it's
dude,
pretty,
come on.
It's pretty
Yeah,
nominal now.
you're
It doesn't
not-
even matter. I mean, you call fucking nationwide. It doesn't even matter. Before, you couldn't even call
all the
outside of 5 miles.
roaming and everything.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely,
roaming is such bullshit now. It's like, really? I can't make a call from my house to Vegas without paying the same rate? Fuck you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but-
They
ridiculous.
do it anyway.
That was insanity.
That's
Yeah.
so nuts.
Yep.
Well, I mean, speaking of telephones, let's go through our numbers, all right? So we got quite a few. Let's just, Mike, you said you didn't do this section, which I did plenty for you, actually.
Yeah, I appreciate
I did
that.
your homework.
Yeah, I appreciate
Honestly, after your Lincoln, you don't have to do anything probably for 3 podcasts. That was
You
amazing.
won. You
No,
won.
yeah, you
Appreciate
definitely won. So, all right. So, would you like to start?
Okay. I went with 1-800 numbers. 'cause
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll do 1-800.
So 1-800-782-5693. That's
didn't-
1-800
Didn't go that far. Did he?
suck
Yeah.
my D.
That's
I didn't go that far either.
Yeah.
I just wrote it out so it
Wait
was
a
7
minute.
letters.
Well, I
That's
figured
my
I
number.
could preface it with
Sure, I know, and that's smart. I wish
what
I
you
did
would
that,
dial.
but that's not what I did because mine is 976 fuckery. That's 7 letters.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I have one. I didn't exactly go with the dirty ones, although some of them are kind of gross. So I have one for a if you need someone to breastfeed your baby and your mama's not around, you can either dial 1-800-TT for baby or 1-800-TT for milk. Will also get you this.
Very
one.
good.
Wow.
Very good.
both go to the same call center.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Need a tit? We got one. We got 2.
Okay, so
Good
I got.
job.
That's funny.
I'm just going to go in the same
Yeah,
way
go
that
ahead,
I
go
already
ahead.
have it written. 1-800-347-8946, which is 1-800-DIRTY-HO.
Oh, that's cool.
When you're feeling a little frisky, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
And
my ex-wife's number. That's so weird.
well, it's funny because my actual number, if you need to get a hold of me, just call 976 hot pipe.
That was my nickname in high school.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I got one for all your hemorrhoid cream
Oh,
needs.
I
God.
have a lot.
You have 1-800-ASS-ITCH.
Prep H.
Well, feel free to call 1-800-468-4324. That's 1-800-IN-THE-BH, which is butthole.
In the
Butthole.
Well, I got 2 here because one's not as funny and one's a little bit better. So I have 976 I'm horny, followed up with 976 dildo me.
Dildo me.
It's a very
Wait,
specific
wasn't the dildo the deer and
Yeah.
the pickled deer?
It's, if you want to use your food stamps, call this number and get some food.
Get a pickled deer. A
Get a
dildo.
pickled deer for me.
That was great.
All right. I got a number here for an escort service. It's a 1-800-HO for you.
Oh, that's great.
Exactly.
And your gardening needs.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Dual
It's a
Turn your soil or
Dual purpose.
soil your turn.
Feel free to call 1-800. Well, don't feel free. It's going to charge the shit out of you.
You're gonna pay for it.
Feel free, but it's not
One way or another, you're gonna pay for it.
Mortgage that house, buddy. 1-800-746-8432, which is 1-800-P-in-the-B.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's almost as good as 976 titties or 976 ass town. Both 7 letters. Or how about 976 me fuck you?
That's a good one.
Wait.
That's a good
Fuka
one.
you, fuka me.
Almost as good as 976 dick tip.
Nice. All right. Well, I got one in case you're you're feeling a little sick down in your crotch region. You can
And you don't have any donuts laying
Throwing
around.
up in my crotch region.
My
for
crotchal region's feeling kind of sick.
for discreet delivery of your medicine to your house. You can call 1-800-FUNKY-UT.
Oh, God. That was my DJ name.
Oh, God.
You got any more?
No, go for it. I'm done.
All right. So, do you have any more?
No.
Oh, of course I have
I'm
5,000 more. It makes me look like the asshole. All right, 976, ass fast. 976, up yours. How about 976, do butts.
done. 2 butts.
976, hard tip.
Now these all fall in line with a 4-digit.
Yeah, these are all
Ending,
7.
right?
Yeah, 976, cheesed.
Wow.
What was it? Cheesed?
Yes. 976. Her butt. Here's a weird one. 976. Chinese.
All right.
976. Tit fuck. Here's a good one. 976. P.S. Loads.
P.S. Loads.
976. Sexy lay. Here's a good one if you're stranded. 976. Ass taxi. 976. Lubed me. How about 976 torqued? Or 976 tickled? 976 pickled. Those are my 976 numbers.
Good job.
Good job.
Well, we are actually at the very end of the show.
High five to us, by
Very
the
good
way.
job, guys. Very funny.
Very
Episode 12.
Absolutely. So,
It's in the books.
thank you so much for the questions. We had a good time.
Thank you for the
Again,
questions.
send in your questions to podcast@condograyskull.com or at Facebook,
A tweet.
or even Twitter, a Twitter.
At Condo Grayskull.
Please, and tell your friends about us. But until next time.
Sports Elite!
Until next time.